Assalamu alaikum, my beautiful Muslim sisters. Welcome to Muslimah Marketing Podcast. This is the podcast for Muslim women who want to simplify marketing and sell their services in 100% halal way so they can build a business of their dream, have the financial and time freedom, and they can actually serve the ummah both with their work and their money. I am your host Bushra, a marketing and copywriting mentor with the mission to simplify marketing and reintroduce ethical and empathetic marketing practices so you make the money you want with barakah and ease. I stepped into this online business space after my graduation because I didn't want to go for a 9 to 5 to constantly work for someone else and help them get rich. So, after searching for a while, convincing my family, I came across copywriting and fell in love with it because this was a perfect blend of writing plus psychology. These were my favorite things, so I thought to give it a try. I started building my business. It was not easy at all. I struggled a lot like everyone else because running a business is not a child's play, right? It requires a lot of patience, hard work, consistency, and a lot of other things. But because I was so passionate to make it work, I kept moving and moving and moving, and by the grace of Allah, I scaled my business to multiple six figures. I fulfilled my countless dreams. I traveled to my favorite places. I was able to pay my own bills, but then something happened that I never ever expected. I reached this point just by trying 100 different things. So I wanted to actually simplify marketing and scale my business without being available for 7, hustling all the time, constantly launching new offers. So I decided to hire a coach. I signed up for a 3-day workshop that was hosted by a coach who had an incredible amount of followers. So naturally, I felt that she is someone who is trustworthy, and she was constantly putting out such good content and sharing those screenshots of income. So I naturally fell into that trap, and I thought that she is the one I should invest in because she already have this proof, but I didn't know what I was signing up for. So I signed up for this 3-day workshop that was incredibly expensive in my country because I wanted to learn, and she promised in her marketing that she will help me achieve the goals that I wanted, that is a simple, easy, and sustainable and hustle-free sales process. So I signed up, and guess what happened next? All she taught me was to chase people, send cold DMs, use LinkedIn to pitch people, and I was shocked and devastated because I lost my hard-earned money that was equal to a person's salary in my country. I felt so confused. I felt so heartbroken actually because I was expecting her to be teaching something that would actually help me get the results I wanted. I felt like I lost my direction. I didn't even feel confident. I felt like I was the one who was not doing things the right way because she has been in this industry for a while and she is doing this, and that is why people are getting results. So maybe what I am planning, what I am thinking about is actually not possible. So I decided to invest in support and hire someone else to get more clarity. So I invested in another coach who was actually telling me that I need to shift my mindset and I need to shift my identity and a lot of those fluffy things, right? And she did the exact same thing. She didn't teach me anything that she promised in her marketing. Almost nothing. I didn't learn anything new. She just focused on the mindset and the identity shifting and didn't really taught me anything about marketing and strategy. So I was like, what the actual hell? Why all of them are claiming something or promoting something that they are not actually delivering? What is even wrong? I mean, if you are focusing on the identity shifting and mindset shifting, you should actually make it obvious in your marketing copy so that people can see what they are going to learn inside your offers, right? So that is what they did to me, and that was my mistake. I tried to ask them a couple of questions, but they were like, just sign up. Yes, that is exactly what you are going to learn. So I lost my direction, I lost the confidence. I kept signing up for more and more courses. I kept signing up with coaches who promised something that they never, ever delivered. And they all were focusing on fluffy things, and that is what they were saying, that this is exactly how I scale my business, this is exactly what I did. And I was like, no, you are not doing that. You are actually taking advantage of people. But I didn't want to do that as a Muslim, because I knew that this is not right. As Muslims, we know that every single thing that we are doing, we are going to be held answerable for it, right? So that is why I didn't want to do that. So that is how I actually ended up losing all of my money, clients, direction, and even confidence in my services and my skills. So honestly, I actually thought that I should quit and go for look for a 9 to 5, because it was the easiest option, because starting from scratch is not easy, right? It takes a lot of time and effort and hard work. So at first I thought maybe I should just go and find a job so that I don't waste more of my time. But because it was not easy to give up on my dream, so I decided to rebuild my business. Right now, it might sound like a very heroic or inspiring story, but let's be very honest, it was not easy at all. I cried a ton. Can you imagine that a person is making multiple lakhs and then that person is not making anything for months? It took me a lot of time to convince myself that I want to try it again. So this time I did not hire any coach. Instead of doing that, I decided to put all of my trust in Allah and my own skills, because I knew if I can build it from scratch once, I can do this again. So I decided to go back to the basics. So I got clear on what I wanted to be known for. That was my mission. And then I got clear on my ideal clients, people I actually wanted to work with, people who are an absolute dream client, who would put my soul on fire, who would make me so excited to wake up and work with them. And then I created a conversion-backed strategy based on a buying journey that I also learned in the early stages of my business. And I started creating content specifically for my ideal clients, kept my messaging super clear and specific. I kept refining my messaging. I kept looking for the blind spots. I kept looking for the gaps and stayed consistent even when no one was watching. And then, alhamdulillah, I started getting recognized for my work again. I started getting inquiries and signing clients again. I started getting invitations for collabs. I started attracting the opportunities that I wanted again. And that is when I realized that now I want to teach other Muslimas the real marketing that actually works and that can help them build the business of their dreams without relying on any manipulative marketing tactic like fake urgency, using clickbait, false claims, selling something that you have no idea about, or exaggerating in your messaging, so they can build their dream businesses with ease and in a 100% halal way without overworking and hustling 24/7 or stressing about sales and compromising on their Islamic values. Because as a Muslim, I know that you don't want to do anything that can ruin your akhirah, right? And now inside this podcast, I am going to teach you exactly how to do that. So I am starting a 3-day Simplify to Sell series starting from tomorrow, where I will be sharing all the secrets that you need to know to simplify your marketing and sign clients from your content without using any form of unethical or manipulative marketing. So all you have to do is take a screenshot of this podcast and tag me in your stories so we can help more Muslimas. I am so excited for you to learn everything. Alright, I will see you tomorrow. Jazakallah for listening.